On today's episode of working on the first gen 4runner 3.4 swap, we got vacuum lines to deal with. Let's get into it. Brake booster line hooked up. This connects to the brake booster, runs along into the one-way check valve right there. So that part is hooked up. This one, middle one, goes to the valve cover. So there's a vent down there, and that just goes to the valve cover, comes up here, runs along there to the intake. Okay, now we have the fuel tank, and it needs to go over to the Evap box all the way over there. That's where the Evap box is going to be mounted. So I've got to run this vacuum line all the way down and over. This one connected. When I get the new intake, I will know where everything is routed and needs to go. So just plugging it up for now until I get that intake. We already got a couple vacuum lines ran. I'm gonna mount the Evap box right here. There's already a thing marked right there. And then there's gonna be two more right there and right there. I know the clip is not welded yet, but again, I want to make sure that this thing starts up and runs before I put any crazy money into it. Evap box right here with the mount. Off-Road Solutions did a great job. It bolts in pretty good. The only thing is I have a broken tab right there, unfortunately. So we'll have to just use the 1 and 2 on the bottom. Pardon my voice, guys. I got a little cold going on, so I sound a little different, but not gonna really stop me from working on this thing. We're just gonna drill the holes out now. I pre-drilled them with a smaller bit, so the bigger bit will go through easier. There we go. Evap box is installed. Kind of crazy how close it is to everything over here, but I looked up a couple pictures. There's not really any instructions on how to mount this. So I looked up a couple pictures and it looks like that they are this close to the master cylinder and brake booster. Everything will clear though. It's just a couple lines that run here. Couple vacuum lines and couple plugs. No big deal. But if you look, it definitely looks pretty factory. And it's crazy how, if you look, it's just about level with the brake master cylinder. Just about level with it. But you also have the fender that's gonna go like right here, so should clear, I hope. We'll see. If not, we'll make modifications if we need to. Wish I had that tab, but I don't. But pretty stout. It'll be better once I get the clip welded in. Moving on to some more vacuum lines, let's go. So this tubing, and all this is on off-road Solutions website. I mean, they have graphs for days. This goes, snakes along here, connects to the top of that. The Evap purge that we were talking about, that we routed from the dash over there on the passenger side, plugs in there. This bottom one connects to the top of the intake plenum. That other one snakes down to the valve cover. This one comes out of the intake plenum and goes into the brake booster. This one that goes into there runs along the firewall all the way to the factory vent tube for the fuel tank. This one is going to be just down past the frame, doesn't connect anything. We have this one connects to here and runs along. It's not done yet, but it runs along and connects to the intake. And then we do have another one that comes out for something with fuel. I have to look this up and figure it out. This one runs back to that little line right there.